Howdy, y'all. This is Duke Dallas, your host of Unfettered Ideas, where we don't just wave the flag, we darn well earn it. Settle in with a cold one or a sweet tea, 'cause today we're talking about a woman who's fixing to shake up the Department of Education like a Texas tornado. Linda McMahon, co-founder of World Wrestling Entertainment, was recently confirmed by the Senate to lead the Department of Education. Now, this ain't her first rodeo in public service. She previously led the Small Business Administration under President Trump. Now, I know some of y'all might be scratching your heads thinking, isn't she the WWE lady? Well, you're not wrong, but there's a whole lot more to this story. It's about common sense, America's sense. So grab your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get to it. Folks hear Linda McMahon and think WWE, right? Yeah, she and her husband built that empire from scratch. No handouts, just grit. That's the American dream, folks. Then she took that hustle to D.C. as Trump's small business admin head, cut red tape, fought for Main Street over Wall Street. Now the swamp's howling 'cause she's eyeing education. But Duke, they say, she ain't no teacher. Well, neither was Betsy DeVos, and she handed the unions a one-way ticket to Crybabyville. Let's break down her plan. First up, school choice. You see, in the military, we trust soldiers to pick their gear. Why not parents picking schools? Vouchers let hard-working families escape failing zip codes. No more trapped kids in socialist indoctrination camps. Next, vocational training. Not every kid needs a gender studies degree. Linda's pushing trades, welding, coding, HVAC, partnering with businesses to fill jobs that actually exist. Then there's patriotic curriculum. We're teaching kids to apologize for our history instead of being proud of it. Linda wants founding fathers back in textbooks, warts and all, but without this America's evil nonsense. No more tearing down Washington 'cause he owned a plantation. Context, not guilt. Lastly, slashing federal strings. D.C. bureaucrats couldn't run a lemonade stand. Linda's handing power back to states. Let Texas teach Texas history, not some Californian's revisionist fan fiction. Now, as a Texan, I can appreciate the sentiment of local control, but let's unpack what this really means. One of the first moves under McMahon's leadership has been to halt diversity, equity, and inclusion programs within the department. The argument here is that education should focus on core subjects like math, reading, science, and history without what some see as ideological influence. Critics, however, argue that this could roll back progress in creating inclusive educational environments. It's a contentious issue, no doubt. As I said earlier, another significant aspect of McMahon's plan is the expansion of school choice. This aligns with President Trump's executive orders aiming to broaden educational options for parents and students. The goal is to empower parents to decide what's best for their kids, whether it's public school, private school, charter school, or homeschooling. Proponents say this fosters competition and improves quality. Opponents worry it could drain resources from public schools. It's a classic debate of freedom versus equity. Oh, the haters say she's unqualified. Let me tell you, the Department of Education's a bloated mess. You want a career pencil pusher? Or a CEO who's balanced budgets and created jobs? Teachers aren't saints, but they ain't managers. Linda's here to drain the swamp, not coddle union bosses demanding raises for teaching CRT instead of calculus. They say she's gutting diversity. Hogwash. Diversity's our strength, sure, but not when it's forced. You think a kid in Appalachia cares about pronouncing Hymena, right? They need reading, writing, and respect for the flag. Linda's focusing on unity. English first, shared values, no more hyphenated Americans. Folks, education's the front line. If we lose this, we lose the country. Linda McMahon's not perfect, but she's got the guts to say 2 + 2 is 4, boys are boys, and Columbus didn't invent oppression. Support her. Call your reps. I remember my daddy taught me, love your country like your family, warts and all. Let's give our kids that pride. Now, let's talk about higher education. McMahon has emphasized that post-secondary education should lead to well-paying jobs. There's a push to align educational programs with market needs, ensuring students aren't just getting degrees but are prepared for the workforce. This includes support for vocational training and apprenticeships. It's about making education practical and relevant. But not all is smooth sailing. The proposal to dismantle the Department of Education requires congressional approval, and there's significant opposition. Critics argue that federal oversight is crucial for maintaining standards and ensuring equal access to quality education, especially for marginalized communities. The debate is heating up, and it's anyone's guess how it'll play out. So, where does that leave us? As Americans, we value both local control and equal opportunity. Balancing these principles in our education system is no easy task. Linda McMahon's plans are bold and controversial, sparking discussions about the future of education in our country. It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. Now, I'd love to hear your thoughts. What do y'all think about dismantling the Department of Education? Is shifting control to the states the right move? How do we ensure every child gets a quality education? Reach out to me on our social media channels or drop me an email. Let's keep this dialogue going. That's all for today, folks. Remember, stay curious, stay informed, and stay patriotic. This is Duke Dallas signing off. God bless y'all, and God bless America. Do me a solid. Don't forget to subscribe, smash that like button, and drop a comment. This ain't just my show, it's yours. The people's voices matter, and we're building an army of patriots here. The elites want us silent. We say hell no. And if you want to fuel this fight, head over to our Patreon. Links in the description. Every dollar keeps us uncanceled and unfiltered. We're taking this country back, one patriot at a time. Stay strong, stay loud, and stay tuned. This is Duke Dallas, signing off. God bless y'all, and God bless America.